Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. OK, let's dive deep into request body validation in node.js using yup for schema definition and validation against json payloads. This comprehensive tutorial will cover the concepts, implementation, and best practices, along with a runnable code example. Understanding the need for request body validation. When building APIs, especially those handling POST, PUT, and patch requests, the data sent by clients in the request body is a critical input. Without proper validation, your API is vulnerable to various issues. Data corruption, incorrect data types or missing fields can lead to errors during data processing and storage, corrupting your database or application state. Application crashes, unexpected input can cause your application logic to fail, potentially crashing your server. Security vulnerabilities, invalid data can be exploited in injection attacks, SQL injection, XSS, leading to data breaches or system compromise. Business logic errors, invalid data can lead to incorrect calculations, flawed workflows, and ultimately, incorrect business outcomes. Poor user experience, without validation, the API might silently fail or return obscure error messages, frustrating users and hindering API adoption. Why yup? Yup, from the folks at Formic, is a JavaScript schema builder for value parsing and validation. It's a fantastic choice for request body validation because it offers schema-based validation. You define clear, declarative schemas that specify the expected structure and types of your request body. Data type enforcement. Yup can ensure that fields are of the correct data type, string, number, boolean, array, object, etc. Complex validation rules. You can add custom validation rules, such as requiring specific formats, email, URL, enforcing minimum/maximum lengths, and more. Conditional validation. Validation can be made conditional based on the values of other fields in the request body. Easy integration. Yup is designed to integrate seamlessly with node.js frameworks like Express.js, Koa, or Fastify. Clear error messages. Yup provides informative error messages that can be easily parsed and returned to the client, helping them understand what went wrong. Setting up your project. 1. Initialize a node.js project. 2. Install dependencies. And for development convenience, let's add Nodeman. 3. Create index.js, or app.js. This will be your main application file. Code example, User Registration API. Let's create a simple user registration API using Express.js and yup. Explanation. 1. Dependencies. We import Express for creating the server and yup for defining the schema. 2. Express.json, this middleware parses JSON request bodies, making the data available in REQ body. Crucial for our validation to work. 3. User schema. We define a yup schema using yup.object. Each field in the schema is defined using yup's type definitions, example yup.string, yup.number. We use methods like .required, .email, .min, .integer, .positive, .oneof, to specify validation rules. .oneof checks if the value exists in the provided array. .default sets a default value if the field is not provided in the request body. 4. Validate middleware. This is a reusable middleware function that takes a yup schema as input. Inside the middleware, we use await schema.validate, REQ body, arbitrarily, false, to validate the request body against the schema. Asterisk abertierly, false tells yup to collect all validation errors, rather than stopping at the first one. This gives the user a more complete picture of what needs to be fixed. Asterisk if validation passes, next, is called, passing control to the next middleware or the root handler. Asterisk if validation fails, schema.validate, throws an error. We catch the error, extract the validation errors from error.inner, and send a 400, bad request, response with a json array of errors. Each error includes the path, the field that failed, and the message. 5/register root handler asterisk. Asterisk the app post, /register, validate, user schema, defines a post route for user registration. Asterisk the validate, user schema, middleware is placed before the root handler. This ensures that the request body is validated before any further processing occurs. Asterisk if the validation passes, the root handler receives a valid REQ body. In a real application, you would typically save this data to a database. 6 Server startup asterisk the server listens on the specified port. How to run the example asterisk. 1. Save the code as index.js. 2. Add a start script to your package.json. 3. Run the server, npm start. Testing the API. You can use tools like curl, Postman, or Insomnia to test the API. Asterisk valid request asterisk. Expected response. Asterisk invalid request, missing fields. Expected response. Asterisk invalid request, invalid email. Expected response. Key concepts and best practices. Asterisk centralized schema definition asterisk keep your yup schemas in separate files or modules. This improves code organization and reusability. For example, you could have schemas/user schema.js. Then const user schema equals require, ./schemas/user schema, in your main index.js file. Asterisk custom validation functions asterisk yup allows you to create custom validation functions using .test. This is useful for more complex validation logic that cannot be expressed using the built-in methods. Asterisk error handling asterisk provide clear and informative error messages to the client. The error messages should tell the user exactly what is wrong with their request. Asterisk schema versioning asterisk as your API evolves, you may need to update your schemas. Implement schema versioning to ensure that older clients can still use the API without breaking. Asterisk data transformation asterisk yup can also be used to transform data before it is validated. For example, you can use .trim to remove witty space from strings. Asterisk asynchronous validation asterisk yup supports asynchronous validation using await. This is useful for validating data against external resources, such as databases or other APIs. Asterisk consider abertierly asterisk decide whether you want validation to stop on the first error, abertierly, true, or report all errors, abertierly, false. For user-facing forms, reporting all errors is generally preferred. Asterisk secure password handling asterisk never store passwords in plain text. Always hash passwords before storing them in the database. Use libraries like bcrypt for secure password hashing. Asterisk rate limiting asterisk implement rate limiting to prevent abuse of your API. Rate limiting can help protect your server from denial of service, DOS, attacks. Example, custom validation with .test. Let's say you want to ensure that the user's first name and last name are not the same. Explanation of custom validation asterisk. Asterisk.test, names not same, error message, function, value. This adds a custom validation test to the schema. Asterisk names not same is a unique name for the test. Asterisk error message is the message that will be returned if the test fails. Asterisk function, value, is the validation function. The value argument is the entire object being validated by the schema, in this case, the user schema object. Asterisk inside the validation function, we access the first name and last name properties from the value object. Asterisk we return true if the validation passes, i.e., the first name and last name are different, and false if the validation fails, i.e., the first name and last name are the same. Conditional validation example. Suppose you want to require a phone number if the user's country is USA or Canada. Explanation of conditional validation asterisk. Asterisk phone number, yup.string, .when, country. We use .when, to conditionally apply validation rules based on the value of the country field. Asterisk is, country, equals country equals USA country equals Canada, this defines the condition. The validation rules will be applied if the country field is equal to USA or Canada. Asterisk then, schema, equals schema.required, phone number is required for USA and Canada, if the condition is true, we make the phone number field required. Asterisk otherwise, schema, equals schema.not required, if the condition is false, we make the phone number field not required. Alternative error reporting. While the above example provides a simple error format, you might prefer a more structured format. Here's an alternative. This would return an error object like this. This format is often easier to use on the client side, especially when you need to associate errors with specific form fields. Conclusion. Request body validation is an essential part of building robust and secure APIs. Yup provides a powerful and flexible way to define schemas and validate data. By following the principles and best practices outlined in this tutorial, you can ensure that your APIs are handling data correctly, preventing errors, and protecting against potential security vulnerabilities. Remember to tailor your validation schemas and error handling to the specific needs of your application. Good luck.